Good evening and welcome to episode 8 of Hymn of Our Fathers. On Hymn of Our Fathers weekly like this, we take a look at the life of hymn writers, stories, events, situations and circumstances that surround some of our popular hymns, and then draw lessons and inspirations for our life from it. This evening, by the grace of God, we'll be looking at the hymn, Guide Me, O thou great Jehovah. And you can also say that word for yourself, Guide Me, O thou great Jehovah. The song was written by William Williams, who lived between 1717 and 1791. The tune is called Ronda, but there are other 8787 tunes that can be used for this particular song. William Williams was born in a farmhouse in Wales. Wales is a part of the United Kingdom in 1717, as I earlier said. His father was a wealthy farmer, and he was born actually in a barn of a farm. He went to academy to receive medical training because he wanted to be a physician. But when she was 20 years old, he heard about a 24 years old fanatic preacher called Howell Harris. Howell was upsetting a lot of people by his style of preaching. But out of curiosity, one day he decided to hear him preach one Sunday morning. So Harris was a dissenter who was not allowed to preach in an Anglican church. So this is what Harris would do. His practice was to stand on a tombstone in the graveyard beside the church, and he would begin to preach as soon as the worshippers were coming out from the morning service. On this fateful day that William decided to hear Harris preach, he was convinced of his message because Harris will always preach about the hellfire to come to people if they did not give their hearts to Jesus Christ. So he was determined also to become a preacher like Harris. He left medical school at the age of 23 and was ordained as a deacon in an Anglican church. But she served as a curate for 3 years and was expecting that he would be ordained as a preacher. But because of his evangelistic preaching, he was denied ordination in the Anglican church and left the Anglican church to become an evangelist of the Welsh Calvinist Methodist Church. And for the next 43 years of his life, he traveled to more than 150,000 kilometers as he went from town to town in a small country of Wales, singing and holding revival services to preach the message of salvation by grace. It was a very hard life for him. He traveled on horseback and was often cold and wet or hot and sunburnt. In town after town, he was attacked by mobs who was organized by leading Anglican citizens of that town. In fact, at one time, story have it that he was beaten even to the point of death. But in spite of this opposition and persecution, the Welsh hymn he wrote attracted people to hear his message, for the Welsh people love to sing. He became known as the sweet singer of Wales. Though Welsh people no longer attend church as faithfully as they used to in those days, but even till today, the Welsh will always sing Guide Me, O thou great Jehovah at the beginning of every of their outdoor events and activities, even till this point. It was believed that he wrote this hymn, Guide Me, O thou great Jehovah, during the period of travails for gospel. And every line of this hymn carries a great message to every waiting soul. You may be confused presently, but God will guide you. You may be weak presently, but God will give you strength. You may be hunger and thirst, but God will feed you. You may be sick, but God will heal you. You may be in darkness, but God will be pillar of light, even on your journey, as He did for the children of Israel, recorded in the book of Exodus. You may be in captivity or in bondage, but this hymn says, God will deliver you. Isaiah 58:11 says, The Lord shall guard thee continually, and shall satisfy thy soul even in drought. Psalm 48 verse 14 says, For this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide even unto death. Psalm 73 verse 24 says, Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me unto glory. As Williams asked God to guide him, bread of heaven to feed him, strong deliverer to deliver him, and he finally resolved to sing praises all his life. You too can join me in this prayer tonight for guide, deliverance, healing, and even for everything and anything we may need in God. Guide me, O thou great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Strong deliverer, be my strength and shield. Song of praises, I will ever give to thee. Guide me, thou great Jehovah, pilgrim to this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more. Open now the crystal fountain, whence the healing stream doth flow. Let the fire and cloudy pillar lead me on my journey through. Strong deliverer, be thou still my strength and shield. Be thou shield my strength and shield. When I tread the verge of Jordan, lead my anxious faith subdue. Bear me through the swelling current, land me safe on Canaan side. Song of praises, I will ever give to thee. I will ever give to thee. Song of praises, I will ever give to thee. I will ever give to thee. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, follow, and subscribe to our social media platforms at Kingdom Purpose Ministry. And until I come your way next week, God will continue to be your guide. Jehovah will continue to be your strength, and praises